Hey guys, it's Flying Scorpion here. It's been a while since I've made a video, and I just thought I'd make an update video just talking about what's been going on. I just logged on to Evolve, I played a quick match, recorded it, it's about 10 minutes long, and I'll just throw it on as the backdrop for this audio while I talk and just update you guys on what's been going on. So, pardon me while I drink my water there. It's been a little over a month since I've made a video. I'm still playing Evolve. I play Evolve mostly on the weekends casually, and I've also been playing Path of Exile a fair bit, and this new game or I guess it's not really that new, but it's new to me. Ghost in the Shell Standalone something or other. It's a first-person shooter. It's free to play, and Starbound. It's a good mix of all kinds of different types of games, really. A 2D space adventure exploration game, and then you got the first-person shooter, and then Evolve, which is a first-person shooter, third-person fighter, whatever. Anyways. But yeah, I've been enjoying playing a good mix of games lately. And so, since I predominantly make videos for Evolve, I'll talk about Evolve. I have Evolve background footage, so why not talk about it? I'm going to talk about the new stuff that's been released. So, Overpowered Weather Control and Cataclysm were cool for a while, and now everybody seems to skip those maps when they come up in arcade mode, and I don't blame them. I don't really like playing on those maps anymore. I mean, they were neat at first, they were novel, but now that the novelty's worn off, I am just like all the other players that are skipping them. I vote to skip it, and we don't play those maps. The only time that I play those maps now is if you skip one of them, and then the next one that it chooses is the other one, and you don't get the option to skip it. And then I see a bunch of people leave the lobby like a bunch of pussies. Just fucking play the map. I mean, anyways, I guess I shouldn't speak like that, but I mean, I just roll with the punches, man. Just take what you get. Which brings me to another point. People leaving because they don't get the role they want. Like, it's still a problem. Like, it's a psychology issue, really. And I'm glad to see that it's toned down a bit. Like, people aren't so bad about that anymore, and the player base has matured. And when I say the player base has matured, I'm not saying that older people are playing the game. I'm saying people are getting more familiar with the game, and they're beginning to realize how fucking annoying it is when people quit out of a lobby because they didn't get the role they wanted. So people are like, it's just a part of the game. Just deal with it, right? It's like you look outside, it's raining, you're like, well, you just grab an umbrella and go outside and deal with it, man. Like, fuck. But it's raining, man. Anyways. But, it's nice to see that there's been improvements with the way that players are behaving and whatnot. I will say, I've been a bit of a jerk in the game sometimes. I don't have that much patience anymore for when people are playing just abhorrently bad. That's the best way to put it. I know I'm not the best. Like, in this footage here in the background, I reviewed it. I saw, like, plenty of misplays. I saw a situation where somebody went down, and I, like, clearly could have used my shield burst to keep that guy alive, and I just, like, But we still won. And then somebody gave me kudos at the end. They're like, good job. Whatever I was playing, Sunny. They're like, good job, Sunny. I'm like, oh, thanks. That's nice. So, but when you see those people that are just, man, that are like, you know, the people who are still running and hiding behind rocks and blocking line of sight to the Hank and the medic, and the people that are like running up and solo doming the monster while everybody else is on the other side of the map, or just, I don't know, man, just people doing really bad stuff or never using their abilities. Like, I played a match where there was an Abe who never threw a single stasis grenade the entire match. Like, that level of bad. I don't hold back. I just say, yeah, man, like, get it together. Just get it together. But, yeah, so I want to talk a bit about that, though, and I want to talk about the psychology of players. So, first of all, I want to say it again. I'm not the best, all right? I'm definitely far from the best. But I'm also far from I'd say I'm further from the worst than I am from the best, which is to say I'm probably slightly above average. It's like a 6 out of 10, you know, like that's what I would say. So anyways, what I hypothesize is that the people who are like 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 1 out of 10 in terms of their skill level with the game, I have a hunch that they prefer to play as hunter rather than monster. And I think there's a lot of reasons for this. One, when they play as monster, they get the shit kicked out of them every time, like quickly. And that sucks. They're like, oh, that sucks. And they have no one else to blame but themselves. Conversely, if they're playing as a hunter, they don't necessarily have to take responsibility for the loss. It's distributed across everybody on the team. Also, there's this idea that they might be able to play with better players and they might get carried to victory, or, you know, and also feeling like they have less responsibility. Like when you play as the monster, you're shouldering 100% of the responsibility of whether or not you win or lose. And every mistake, you're aware of it, and every good play, you congratulate yourself for, but you're under some pressure, you're under some stress to perform well. When you're playing on the hunter team, from my perspective and many other players' perspective, it's less stressful. It's more casual. It just kind of feels like, it's a little bit more like a walk in the park. You're not having somebody chasing you. You're just going after the target. You're chasing the monster. And it's not until the end that the tables turn. So for a good 15 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes, you're not under pressure. You're the one applying the pressure onto somebody else. And I think that's where these players who don't put pressure on themselves to play well, and who are just dicking around or just not playing well and don't feel the urge to learn to play well, or just feel the urge to put much effort into it, or who are half asleep or drunk or whatever, they prefer to play as the hunters. Because you get 10 minutes of kind of lollygagging around and, you know, sticking your thumb up your ass, and then, oh, we lost at the end, whatever, and just queue up again. And hopefully the RNG gods will line you up where you have really good teammates and a shitty monster, and then you happen to win. I don't know. I don't fully understand the psychology of it, but that's my hunch. I think that poorer skill players prefer to play as hunter than they do as monster. And when I go into ranked mode, into hunt mode, I tend to see this. I see these monster players that are pretty serious playing in ranked mode and just demolishing and getting like 30 plus game win streaks or whatever, and a lot of hunter players that have their thumb up their ass, unfortunately. Then I go into arcade mode, and personally I would rather not play arcade mode, but when I go in arcade mode, I actually seem to get more balanced matches. Like, you know, some matches like 50-50 almost, win loses. And the reason for that is because every once in a while, or fairly often, I get those matches where no one has monster selected as their preference, and then one of these players that's not good at the game ends up having to play as a monster, and sometimes they just immediately quit the lobby, or they just go AFK and they don't actually play, they just sit there while people shoot at them, or they actually try and they generally lose. And it's in arcade mode that I most often see the most balanced matches in the game. Because I play solo, I play with random players, and that's just where I see it. When I go into hunt mode, this is where I see that difference, where the more straight up serious players tend to play as the monster, and the more like casual players tend to play as hunter. That's just my observation, and I could be wrong. Anyways, I've been talking for like 8.5 minutes, so I think I've probably got about 10 minutes of gameplay footage, and I don't want to go for a full 10 minutes. But this is a quick update video, just talking about whatever. If you want to chat with me, or any comments or whatever, hit a comment, hit the like button. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, carry on. Have a good one. Go straight up, straight up, straight up. Hunters win. Good job. Well, thank you.